Would really like an opinion on something. This wall. So one of the things that Mick pointed out is that, and it was way not obvious to me until he pointed it out, he said that wall is not load bearing at all. And he's right. If you look at it, all the roof bits rest on that, and they rest on that one further over there. But this is like the only one that doesn't have anything resting on it. You said out of all the walls in the house, this is the one that you can move if you want to move it. Like, we could get rid of it if we wanted to. Now, I have played around with that idea, but I don't think so. I don't think we get rid of it. Although it would be a fun sort of idea, because I sort of thought lounge room, kitchen, dining room, single bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe and an ensuite, and a little private access to get out into a little decking area. Beautiful. It's the grandest one bedroom house ever. Can't do that. That's nuts. That's really nuts. As much as I love it, it's nuts. Because like, oh, would it be great for entertaining? Yeah, well, that's going to be fucking good for entertaining. Once the tanks move down and I've got planter boxes and shit up there, this is all going to be grass out there. Half that shed is a big entertaining area. There's no need to have an additional entertaining. I mean, unless you're like leaning into it really hard as just an Airbnb for camping. Well, anyway, because like you've got all the grassland there, and so you would just kind of need somewhere to eat food, cook food, and eat food, and have a break and watch TV. No, it's a house. It's a house. All right, so this wall, okay? The problem with this wall is that it is not lined up with that wall. Okay? So you can see this beam here, like the ones we put in are perfectly lined up with that wall there. Ignore these. I don't know why he's done it. I think it's just a temporary thing that he can rest a ladder on or something. But yeah, so this is lined up with the rest of that. This is not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is important to know this idea. The least bad place to put a doorway into that bedroom is right there. The second worst place, the second best place to put a door would be there. But I think the best place is there. So because I don't want a corridor, because it's very difficult to, like, there's so limited space in this house that to take any of it up for a corridor, I think is madness. So I don't want it to be, I don't want a corridor. So the only other place left is here, because you can't have it on that wall, because that area is not going to be enclosed. It's just going to be a sort of it's semi-enclosed, like it's still got a veranda over the top of it and a little half wall around the outside, but you don't want to go, it's just nuts. You can't go from a bedroom to outside to come into the house to get a coffee. That's nuts. So it kind of has to be here, or it's going to be on that wall, but that goes into a bathroom. So you have to go through the bathroom to get out of. What if someone else, like, that's the communal bathroom? So, if someone's showering or something and they've locked you in your bedroom. Anyway, it's crazy. So it's got to be on this wall. Now, I don't like that because that's coming into the kitchen, but again, it's about least bad. That's the least bad. Also, if it's on this part here instead of that part there, then it means that your bed head can go up against this part. Like, you can have, bedside table, bed, bedside table, door. That on the other side, of course. So that's fine. But then what to do with the offset wall? So there's like three options that I can think of. One, build it out and make it really thick and just make it a big, thick wall for no reason, except that it saves me having to move that wall, which I really don't want to do. I mean, like, I will if it's the only thing that we can do, because we can do it. We can cut it off at the base, and that's why we put those noggins in place there. was so that we can put something on there. I just don't want to do it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for 20 centimeters of wall or whatever that is. Like it's not that much. So, but there is another option. Option 2 is moving the wall. Okay, so that's doable as well. Option 3 is to pretend like that's what I wanted, to pretend that it was part of the plan. Now, how would that be part of the plan? And I think the answer is to create there's a word for it, but I don't know what it is. It's not alcove. It's like embellishment or something like that. So to create it so that, yes, it comes out and it's thicker, but you've got all these little recesses. So like a bookshelf or somewhere like down the bottom, you have like some like cupboards, obviously, because kids and dogs, can't put anything. I mean, it's going to be so narrow that it will just be for ornaments or something like that anyway, but you can't have them down really low because kids and dogs will smash them. So the bottom would just be cupboards, even if they were like pseudo pretend cupboards. Like you could open it up and there'd be a cupboard deep enough that you could put a box of Band-Aids. That's not useless. It's just not very conventional and it's not super useful. But I mean, yeah, you could have, all your little, Band-Aids and bandages and Savlon and scissors and whatever else. Like you could, and then it's adjacent to the kitchen, so then it could be a spice thing. Further along, you open the next one, and it's all spices just laid out, so there's no depth to it. That could be nice. And then above that, I don't know. Or like I say, bookshelf? No, because it's near a kitchen. The books will get destroyed. Just ornaments, yeah, but that feels like underutilizing it, but sure. And then I like you make two big ones up the top, two or three big ones. For paintings, no, because again, kitchen, they'll get destroyed, just oils. I mean, maybe not, maybe they won't get destroyed, but I'm thinking even with a range hood above the fire, the oven, there's going to be some steam and smoke and all the rest of it that will gradually destroy the paintings. Now, you could put the paintings behind some acrylic. But then is that kind of, you're putting the paintings there for aesthetic purposes. Do you not rob some of its aesthetic value by putting Perspex in front of it? So I don't know. What do you think with this area? Do we move the wall, thicken the wall, or create or utilize the recessed wall to make some embellishments and things like that to make it seem like it was deliberate? Use the fact that it's set in.